We're in Austin, Texas for a Lexus double feature. They are introducing two brand new vehicles to the world. One, the next one you're about to see, the TX, will be built in North America. This is the new generation of the GX with 349 horsepower. We've been waiting 21 years for this vehicle to come around, and it's finally here. And I could just stand staring at it because they've done such a beautiful job. I equate it to be like a gentleman MMA fighter. It's rugged, it's bold on the outside, it's a fighter, yet it has the refinement of a gentleman. And I'll show you that as we walk around and take a look at the 2024 Lexus GX. It's got a big beefy engine under the hood of the GX too. It's going to output 349 horsepower, and Lexus gave this a 3.4 litre V6. Now there will be a hybrid coming later on. No word about anything beyond that. So let's take a look at what this vehicle looks like around the outside. Look at the exterior design of this. It's rugged, it's bold, and that comes from a lot of the design elements. Think G-Wagon, think Land Rover Defender, think a beautiful off-road vehicle, but better. Lexus nailed it in this vehicle. These are triple beam LED headlights. They actually go seamlessly into the grille. Triple beam fog lights as well on this vehicle. They have not spared the expense of high tech on the outside. The grille, the monochromatic colors, they look perfect, and that's because this is the Overtrail Plus versions. Two new trim levels in the GX, the Overtrail and the Overtrail Plus, and this vehicle gets wider than the original. In fact, this trim level is 4.52 inches wider than the original GX. So it doesn't just look bolder, it is bolder. All right, look how big and bulky this is on the side. Very squared off design here. Those are 18-inch wheels for the Overtrail Plus, and then you actually can get 33-inch knobbly tires. That's exactly what they are. Cladding around the wheel wells, blacked out mirrors, blacked out door handles, and down the side here, the glass almost looks like it's one single continuous piece. This baby will actually tow 8,000 pounds. Look at this light all the way across the back here again, with Lexus spelt out in luxury letters. Plus, my dogs love something about the GX that I used to own, and that is this piece of glass pops out. It's a button right there. You can actually have the dogs look out the back window here. Close that up, and instead of the tailgate opening to the side like it did in the original GXs, this tailgate, because customers demanded it, opens like a traditional tailgate as well. Inside, well, let's get to some of that cool technology. Oh, it's substantial improvements from my 2016 Lexus GX here on the inside. Low horizontal lines have made everything look like it flows together. The option of a fridge here to make sure your drinks are cooled for that family road trips. USB-C ports here. They've moved all of the off-road gear here down to a very central location. So you can flick through it, change everything that you need to, your different modes, your MTS, all of your crawl control and those sort of things. Very easily accessible here right in front of the driver. Now, let's get to the technology. All right, big changes as far as the tech is concerned. 14-inch touchscreen, 12.3-inch multimedia display for your gauges and all that information as well. You'll also find Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. They are standard. There is a ton of high-tech gear in this. Plus, of course, Lexus have some of the best new infotainment systems and the best new information systems in their vehicle. We don't know yet because we can't start this because they're pre-production, but there is expected to be a lot of voice-activated stuff. And there's a heads-up display. Who doesn't want that in a new GX? A lot of good room in the back of this vehicle too. Second row heated, of course, in this particular Overtrail Plus trim level, and you'll get a lot of the amenities for the person sitting in the back row. Now, Lexus has worked very, very hard about keeping these seats comfortable. They've done a lot of research into how they feel, how they're inflated, where the amount of foam is in those seats. So while you're traversing Australia, Africa, Europe, the Ural Mountains, North America, wherever you're going in your GX, and that's another thing, this vehicle will pretty much go anywhere. It will be a comfortable ride. The GX is a famous vehicle that a lot of off-roaders were buying because they are so capable. And the Lexus wanted to keep that in mind when they built this brand new GX. So not only is this quiet, serenity, and beautiful on the inside, but it's also comfortable and can go anywhere. You can feel that by just sitting in the vehicle. Very luscious, very comfortable, and very going to be in my driveway when they become available. Now we'll do a whole video when we get to actually drive this sometime in early 2024, but it's expected to have a lot of off-roading and capable equipment on it. Right now, we know it arrives early 2024, and we also know that this vehicle is going to be extremely popular. It'll be made in Japan. You'll see the first ones in showrooms at the end of this year, the beginning of next year. And here's the really cool thing. Even though we don't know price, a bit of information was leaked to me that it won't be a huge jump from the current GX. So I'm thinking maybe it'll start somewhere in the $60,000 range. You could actually have one of these for a lot less than the competition. Now, this is just one of the vehicles in the double feature. Now we've moved closer to the air conditioner, so it's pretty loud in here. Of course, outside, it's nearly 100 degrees. But this is the second vehicle in the double feature that Lexus have to show off. You've never seen this nameplate before. It's called the TX. This is a 3-row vehicle with loads of space, and it'll come in a plug-in hybrid version that will be made exclusively in Indiana. The first time that Lexus has ever done that. It'll have Lexus safety, it'll have that 3-row space, and it'll have lots of storage. But you're done listening to me chatter on. Let's check out the new TX. You've never seen a Lexus like this before. It was actually built for aerodynamics, and instead of the spindle grille just being the whole spindle grille, it's now a spindle grille body shape. It sort of went out into the whole body. L-shaped headlights which are linked by an aperture just below the hood line itself, and that spindle grille is very low, it's very wide. In this particular version it's monochromatic, so it looks smooth and sleek with that beautiful hood. At the same time, wait until you look at the side. Now, I didn't think I would be as impressed with the TX as I actually am. Look at the side of this vehicle, the silhouette of the whole vehicle, the 20 to 22 inch wheels on the side, the fact that it's low and slung. We had to wait so long for F-Sport in some of the other models of Lexus, but this TX comes with F-Sport at launch. And when you flow down the side with a low belt line, look at this blacked out C-pillar at the back. It makes the vehicle look like it's moving even while it's standing still here in the studio. Now, you know it's a Lexus by the custom Lexus logo across the back with those letters spelt out. Look at that light bar. It goes all the way across the back and the whole thing lights up. Now that looks like pure luxury. Everything is uniformed, and once you open the trunk and you get on the inside, space is one of the big things that they wanted to create with the TX. And if you have arms full of shopping and you're actually trying to put stuff down, all you have to do is press the button and this third row folds down. So your shopping can stay in your hands, or the dog can just leap in here, in my case 6 dogs, as soon as you put the seats down. Everything focused towards the driver. It is a driver-focused cockpit on the inside of this vehicle. Tons of tech on the inside, over a 14-inch touch screen for the infotainment. There is a large screen for the gauges in front of the driver. You just glance around, you'll see a ton of stuff like 3 USB-C ports right in front here. You'll also see loads of space. Very cool extra thing that they've done. These cup holders here, they come out with a push of the button at the back there. That gives you some extra space on the inside of the vehicle. They're trying to make room for everybody. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, both wireless as standard in every single trim level. 21 speaker sound system. Now that is going to make your ears joyful with the amount of music you can play on the inside of this vehicle. Plus you'll find a ton of extras, storage in all 3 rows. Plus you'll get this vehicle with all of the extras that you want in a vehicle that gives you and your family 3 rows of electrified powertrain to be able to go on your family vacation. All right, let's talk about configurations in the back. You can have either captain's chairs or a bench seat with a 60-40 split. Also, those cup holders, they come out again, USB ports in the back here, air conditioning in the back here. They get the use of that beautiful glass roof over the top. And if you need to get a 5-year-old into the 3rd row, just press the button here on the 2nd row seats and they tilt and roll forward. So any 5-year-old can get into the 3rd row. Let's talk about space. You put that 3rd row down, you get over 57 cubic feet of storage space. If you put the 2nd row down as well, it's over 97 cubic feet of storage space. That is a lot of stuff that you can pick up from the hardware store. All right, what are your powertrain choices? Let's start with the TX 350. This vehicle has a 2.4-liter turbocharged inline 4. Then you jump to the TX 500H. That offers a 2.4-liter turbocharged paralleled to a hybrid engine. And finally, this one actually is the 550h. It's the big baby with the plug-in hybrid. It starts with that 3.5 liter that is married to the hybrid and the plug, and it'll do 33 miles on electricity alone. That's the initial estimate. So, are you going to choose the TX or this, the GX?
I'm Nick Miles.